He doesn't really have much wrestling. He relies on jiu-jitsu instead of solid takedown defense.
And John was like, yo, honestly, fucking wrestlers always win. Same thing Mike Perry said. He's like, what did John teach me? Wrestlers win, right?
You and I agree. Wrestling is the foundation.
Yes. I'd say that wrestling is the absolute best skill, the most important skill in MMA. You're always worried he's going to take you down, so he's going to be able to hit you easier too, because he's like faking shots and throwing punches, because the threat of the takedown is so real. It's it makes the toughest athletes, they're the strongest mentally, because the grind is so rough. It's so hard. The training is so fucking hard. Yeah, if you don't wrestle, you're not taking a wrestler down. I think that's the most important skill in MMA. I've always thought it, and I still do. I mean, you have to know how to strike. You have to know the other things as well. But I feel like if you have a pyramid of shit that's important, I feel like at the bottom is wrestling.
So, like, when you go to jiu-jitsu school, the first thing you learn how to do is bow to the mat and kiss the instructor's ass. That's it. You know, you bow to the mat, and then you're learning self-defense, and you're learning respect. And wrestling, it's not about that.
Right.
It's about dominating. It's about winning and dominating. So they have years of experience of doing that, like just that mindset.
It's also about being uncomfortable all the time.
Yeah. And it's like, they're just, the room is always rough. It's always tough. Like, you go to a jiu-jitsu school, it's a bunch of dudes smoking pot, laying back. They go to a wrestling room, it's hot, sweaty. They're all uncomfortable. They're all grinding. So you take that guy and you teach him some basic jiu-jitsu, you got a champ.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu have very big problem is no good takedown. No good takedown, but underground is perfect. And if you wanna be beginning jiu-jitsu, you need takedown guys.
So many people had worked so long and hard at passing guard. Frank Shamrock, who was the champion of the world, said, don't pass guard. Stay in guard. Pound.
There's a reason that wrestling is the premier skill set in the UFC that predicts champions. No doubt about it. Wrestling's not for everybody, right? It's a very hard sport. And I think that people avoid that grind of, as far as okay, you're going to get good at wrestling now. I'm a jiu-jitsu guy. Now I'm going to make you good at wrestling. Jiu-jitsu guys avoid the grind. I shouldn't say all of them, but some, often, jiu-jitsu guys avoid the grind of the takedowns and the intensity of wrestling. They're not looking for that. That's one of the things that makes jiu-jitsu appealing to a very broad range of people, is that you can train it at a mellower pace, right? And that's also why, if you go to jiu-jitsu tournaments, wrestlers do really well in jiu-jitsu tournaments, because they understand the intensity.
Every time I box, I'm like, dude, I could just take you down and fucking choke you out. It feels silly. Putting gloves on and boxing, it is awesome. It's still badass, don't get me wrong, but when I think about it as like a martial art, I go, this just doesn't seem like the same type of superpower that jiu-jitsu felt like.
It's not, but if you don't have it, you're in real trouble. Because if someone has it and they're very fast, they can fuck you up before you can get close to grabbing them. Bro, what if it's someone like Terrence Crawford, who used to wrestle? He used to wrestle, knows how to wrestle, his kids can wrestle, and he knows how to box. Are you sure you're gonna grab him and take him down? You're probably not gonna do jack shit. He's gonna fuck you up standing. It's not just that they have a great skill in being able to manipulate bodies, but they also have mental toughness, and they're always working out with a bunch of fucking savages that are all the same way, and everybody takes pleasure in being miserable.